I'm all about flowchart control in my clients' estate plans. I want to make sure that we've asked and answered all the what if questions that we can possibly think of and that we actually dare to resolve. I know that some of my clients have some concern about creating too much structure, too much rigidity. Yes, it's great to anticipate situations and to offer solutions through the exercise of flowchart control. But what if circumstances change later and things that maybe my clients could not have contemplated that come up long after they're gone? So sometimes when we build estate plans and we exercise this control, we build structures for kids and we build trusts for kids that stipulate the terms on how the kids can access the funds and what happens to the funds if the kids pass away. And there's comfort in those structures. But it's not difficult to conjure a scenario where, hey, I leave everything to my oldest child, and I want to make sure that if my oldest child predeceases me or long after they've survived me and then pass away, I want everything to go to my grandkids, and I want things to go in equal shares, and I want things to go in a protected state. I think a lot of us can relate to that. A lot of us acknowledge that that makes sense. And yet, my client passes away. They set up a trust for their child that says, hey, you can access these funds whenever you want. They're going to be protected from lawsuits and divorce and all the bad things that could happen to you. But if you don't use all those trust funds, I'm going to set it up in my plan to say, hey, on your death, it's going to go to your kids in equal shares, right? I know that's a little bit of a repetition, but I want to make sure that I lay the foundation for this because that's great. It's flowchart control, it's structure, it's clarity, it's all the things we like. But what if one of the grandkids is not doing so well? What if one of the grandkids has major spendthrift issues? What if one of the grandkids is disabled? What if one of the grandkids has substance abuse issues? And now the idea that they could get a fractional piece of their parents' inheritance actually could pose some problems. And there's a way that we deal with that in the estate plan when clients face these issues and again ask these what if questions. And that's through what we call a power of appointment. And this can get a little bit technical. These are obviously conversations that I can have with my clients, but the easiest way to think about powers of appointment in my clients' estate plans is, hey, we've built this flow chart. We've asked and answered all the what if questions that we want and choose to, and yet we want there to be flexibility for circumstances that we can't contemplate sitting here today. The power of appointment is something that my clients can grant their beneficiaries, which is effectively the right to overwrite their flowchart. So if my clients structure their plan to follow this line, but circumstance arise down the line long after they're gone that they couldn't have contemplated, they can give their kids the ability to exercise this power of appointment and put things on this line to make sure that the right result is achieved and to be able to continue to ask and answer what if questions even long after my clients have passed away.